Hey guys, it's Wednesday. It's the Betting Edge with the Prez. I'm Lawrence Presman, co-founder of WagerTalk Media. A great show today. Dave Cokin, the legend himself, joining us, talking NFL football. We're also going to look at the baseball game today, and Tony Finn's joining us. We'll talk a little bit about the NBA. A couple of games we'll take apart. Yeah, I look haggard. It was my girlfriend's birthday last night, and well, we didn't get a lot of sleep. You can see the bags under my eyes. What can you do? I'm getting old. Let's bring the guests in. Let's get the show underway. First, happy Wednesday, Dave Cokin. What's up, brother?
I'm looking forward to a World Series game tonight that I think I'm going to play. I haven't posted it yet, but I will shortly. And getting geared up for a college football weekend.
Yeah, what a game last night in baseball. Washington just did what they always do. Manufacture runs, real tough out. They end up pulling a win over Garrett Cole. And if you listen to the Betting Edge yesterday, the Prez gave out Washington as a big, massive dog. Game went over as well. 6.5 was the total. Tony, what's going on with you, brother? Nice backdrop. You look good. What's happening, my friend?
Well, I'm just joining you guys. I'm privileged to be here, honored to be here, and I'm old too. So today's been a long morning already, but I'm ready to do the same thing you guys are doing. That's talk about sports and ready myself for a football weekend. Yeah.
Well, this is one of the only shows I ever do where I am the youngest on the show, so it's my pleasure. Let's talk NFL. Dave Cokin, we'll go to you first. New York Giants and Detroit. Giants heading over to Detroit. They're +7. There is a 6.5 on the board at Heritage Sports. And the total is 49.5. What do you like, my friend?
You know, this could be a tough spot for the Lions because they've been involved in so many really tough games over the past few weeks, and they're just losing them all. And eventually that starts to wear on a football team. I think the Giants might be in better mental shape at this point. And the Giants, you know, look, they don't have a lot to play for, but at this point, neither does Detroit. The reality is the Lions, despite being a pretty good football team, are almost dead in the water. They're in the wrong division, and they're going to finish last in that division in all likelihood. And I think at this point, they become a very risky favorite. Every game seems to go down to the wire with the Lions, and I think you're going to see more of the same this weekend. The Giants have a good chance to go in and pull a mild upset on the road.
Tony Finn, are you with Dave on this one?
Yeah, I agree with Dave almost 100%. This Lions team can be very good. They can be really good. They can be really bad, and we can blame it on injuries if you'd like. They do have some injuries, the Lions, to the secondary halves. Even though Slay and Diggs have played, they're not healthy, and that's really a problem when you're playing quarterbacks like Mahomes and quality quarterbacks. It's not like this league has only got one or two high-profile celebrity quarterbacks in the league. This league is quarterback driven, and there's a lot of good ones. And here's the problem: not that the New York Giants are terrific, but this is a big number. Like, this is a big number, a bigger number than I would expect the Lions to be laying. And the Giants have been really good on the road covering. Not that I'm a big trend guy, you guys, but I really liked the way Detroit played last week. Even though I played against them in Minnesota, they were in this game pretty much to the end. But they just can't stop the run, and they have issues in the secondary. And if I'm going to do something here, I'm going to play the over in this game. Although if I had a lean, I'd go with the more talented group, and that's Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, Dave, I'm with you on this game. I lean on the Giants, and I think it's something that Tony said, and that is Detroit's really struggling to stop the run here. And I think the Giants are going to run the ball a ton in this game and really keep Detroit's offense off the field. Detroit's offense lacks rhythm even when they're on the field. So I'm with you on the side. I like the Giants. Oakland +6.5 going into Houston, and this is a tough spot for Oakland. They're playing good football, much better football than we expected. But this game here feels like it's going to get away from them. I think they're going to get a very angry Houston. Houston was just a crucial game last week that they lost to Indianapolis, and Houston's been able to bounce back from these losses all year. I think we're going to see a really, really good Houston team with a balanced offense. And, although I don't think I'm going to get to the window with this game, I do like the Texans at -6.5. Where are you going with this?
Well, look, I mean, Oakland's been just a brutal schedule. I mean, they're traveling every single week. And eventually that does wear down its team. Find out something about O'Brien here, because the Texans are coming off a really tough loss. That was a big game at Indianapolis, and it ended up landing on 7. The Texans had a lot of things go wrong in that game and managed to hang in there and actually had a chance on a final drive to maybe get to overtime. They got picked, and that was the end of it. But this is the type of spot where good teams rebound, and rebound in a big way. Teams that aren't as well coached can have a hangover. And that's my worry with Houston here. I don't know how they're going to respond to the big loss against the Colts that knocked them out of first place. The Raiders, I'll call it a little bit of a misleading loss at Green Bay. If it's not for the mistake by Derek Carr trying to stretch out at the goal line and losing control of the ball, that swung the whole game. I mean, the Raiders were competing with Green Bay at that point, and they kind of fell apart after that. And that happens when you have a disastrous play like that. It can really swing a game. So my impulse is to like the Texans here because they're a better football team off a loss, and Oakland could be travel weary at this point. But I've never been a big O'Brien guy, and I wonder about this team not being able to handle the adversity from last week. And Oakland, maybe the better coached football team here with Gruden. So I'm going to probably stay out of this. My numbers slightly favor Houston.
Yeah, I mean, Dave, if you take a look at Houston throughout the last couple of years, they've actually bounced back really well after a loss. They went into New Orleans and lost by 2. Then they played Jacksonville. They played a piss-poor performance against Jacksonville, but did pull out a win. They lose 16-10 to Carolina and come back and put up 53 points against Atlanta. And then they lost against Indy. I think if you take the Texans and the over in this game, I think you're looking at a minimum 1-1 and a real shot at 2-0. I think we're going to get a lot of points put up by Houston in this game, and then it just is a matter of can Oakland keep up. Tony, what do you think?
Yeah, listen, Houston's the better team here, without question. And there are a couple variables that I want to handicap Houston. I've handicapped them twice this year, or at least released them twice this year. I'm 2-0. And I'll go ahead and share them. And that is, listen, if you can get to the quarterback, you can beat Houston. Oakland, yeah. I mean, that's all you have to do, really, is to take, get Watson off this spot, make him move around, just play soft enough that he's going to make a mistake. If you can get to the quarterback, this offensive line is soft. So that's their Achilles. And unfortunately for Oakland, they rank in the bottom 20%, 10% of the league in sacks and in quarterback pressure. So you have to like Houston here, and Dave's right. Their schedule has been brutal, and there's a lot of traveling, and they've dealt with 4 overs in a row. So everything you guys said, I agree with, and that would be over the total in Houston if you.
Let's talk some baseball, boys. Before that, just really a quick mention. Promo code for today's show, Dave225. That's 1 month of all of Dave Cokin's plays. He does NFL, college football, and NHL. He does not do NBA.
But there will be college basketball coming soon, too.
Yeah. Not many weeks left to go before that season starts, and we're in full swing. Big win by Washington last night. We already spoke about that tonight. Strasburg on the mound against Verlander. Houston is -180, over and under of 7. And Dave, here I go again. I mean, I'm looking at Washington. I think Houston's a better team, no doubt. I think obviously this is an absolute must-win game by Houston. But this Washington team has had destiny behind them since June. They just are such a tough out. Strasburg is as good a pitcher as any in baseball. I think we could get this game, like I said yesterday, into the bullpen, and then I'll take my dog and roll the dice. What do you think, Dave?
Well, I mean, the Nationals' confidence level has to be extraordinarily high at this point. I mean, they are really hot. Sweep St. Louis, get the win. They're the hottest team in baseball. And Strasburg is arguably the hottest pitcher in baseball right now. And you're getting this much of a price with Washington. Look, it figures to be a tough game because Verlander's a great pitcher and the Astros are a very good baseball team. But at this price, to me, there's only one way to play, and that's the Nationals.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Tony, you've had an outstanding baseball season and been rolling in the playoffs. What do you like in this game?
You have to like Washington here. This is a bad spot now for Houston, guys. Listen, Cole, Verlander's not been great. And his numbers are okay, but the surface numbers, his underlying peripherals have not been good. He's given up the long ball. He's lost a mile and 2 an hour off his four-seamer. And Strasburg, in my opinion, guys, he should be seriously considered the NL Cy Young winner. I give you 100 arguments. He's finally had a full season of good health, and he's shown what he can do. And this is like you guys said, this is a bad spot for Houston now, because if they go down 2-0 in this series, I don't care how good their pitching is, I don't know how good the team is. That's a tough comeback against a team that you guys have outlined as being hot. Everything they do is right.
No, you want to take a shot at something.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the price is. I haven't checked. Nationals to sweep. Find that prop. I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
If they go up 2-0, they might very well sweep this team.
I agree with you. I mean, they've still got Corbin and Sanchez on the mound still to go, and both of those pitchers are really good. It would be an unbelievable run by Washington if they do pull that off, and I think that, Dave, comes ultimately down to tonight's game. Houston has to win it, but all three of us have already discussed that we like Washington. Hey guys, you're watching The Betting Edge with the Prez. It's a show we do every day, 2 different guests each day. You can find it at WagerTalk TV, our YouTube channel. It's the #1 YouTube channel in the space by far. We're picking up about 1,000 new subscribers every 4 or 5 days. And it's just a pleasure to do these shows for all of you guys. Just tons on tap today. Wednesday is our absolute monster day. Myself alone, I've got Puck Time, which is up. Andrew and Carmine. I got the Primetime Show where Joe Ranieri, Rob Vino, and myself take a look at the 5 main television football games of the week. And then I've got the NFL Presidential Address with Ralph Michaels. 4 shows for me on Wednesday alone. On top of that, Dave and Tony, we're in studio today over in Vegas. The College Football Bet On It show will be up today. The NFL Bet On It show will be up today. Plus about 10 other snidbits where we'll look at each game individually. And Tony, you're in studio today. What games are you going to be doing?
We'll be talking about 2 Miami and Pittsburgh. Is that right? That's horrible. Yeah. You would ask me, right? I'm supposed to know. Miami, Pittsburgh, and Ohio State. In college side, Ohio State and Whiskey. So I'm excited.
Well, send my love to everyone in the studio.
I will.
Dave, I know you don't talk NBA. We'll just race through this segment. But yeah, the NBA season started yesterday. Outstanding win by the Clippers. And tonight we have a full slate of games. We're going to take apart 2 of them. Tony, Detroit on the road playing Indiana, and Indiana is -7.5. The total is an extremely low 210. Isn't that an amazing statement? What do you like in this one?
I know we're supposed to be enthusiastic and have an opinion. That's the boss's rules. And this one here, I have absolutely serious. I like the home team. I'm going to like home teams early on an NBA schedule. I typically watch the first week or the 2 of the NBA until things kind of settle in. But this happens to be, you guys brought up one game that I really I'm going to watch. I'm going to be interested in watching, but I have really no strong opinion. I was hoping one of you guys could help me be a degenerate tonight and give me a lean on something.
Yeah, Dave, you don't do the NBA at all, right? Like never bet on it or
Nope.
spots bets?
No interest. No interest. Well, no. I mean, I've said this before. I'm one person. I don't have a team. I got 9 million college basketball teams I got to worry about. The National Hockey League, college football, the NFL. There's no time to, and I'll just say it simply. I can't beat the NBA, so why waste time on it?
No, that makes total sense to me. How you doing in hockey, Dave?
I went 1-2 last night, but it's been pretty good.
Nice to hear, and we got you on puck time tomorrow. Excited about that. Tony, Oklahoma City +9 going into Utah. A total of 221.5, even though I have 224 written up there. Do you have any thoughts on this game?
Yes, I like Utah. I like Utah a lot this year. In fact, if you guys, for those who are just weekend warriors for the NBA or casual fans of it, you'll be surprised to see Utah's over/under total wins, season wins, especially in the Western Conference with teams like the Clippers, the Lakers. The odds makers and bookmakers are very high on Utah, and I am as well. It's a good team, a team that's grown over the last, especially last couple of years, and with some of the departures of Oklahoma City, Utah is almost a double-digit favorite for a good reason. Season opener for them, and I like Utah to win by double digits. 9's a big number, especially early on, but I really like Utah in this situation.
He's Tony Finn, Dave Cokin with us. You're watching The Betting Edge with the Prez. Guys, head over to WagerTalk.com. Use the promo code DAVE225. You get 1 month of Dave Cokin's plays for literally $100 off of the regular price. Gentlemen, awesome show, man. I love having both of you on. We're keeping these shows short and sweet. Dave, we'll see you for puck time tomorrow. Tony, good luck in the studio today.
Thanks.